What is going on, guys? My name is Elmer Yatu Chavez, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Zombie Showcase. Today, we are going to be talking about the Call of Duty Zombies perk bottle collection. So like I said in my last video showing off the jug fridge that I have in the background right here, I'm going to be doing my best for the next couple of weeks and even in the Black Ops 4, collecting zombie replica props, items, things from the game that I have in real life pretty much, even just like memorabilia or merch to kind of show off, add to my collection, but really show it to you guys. Some of the stuff, it's going to be hard to purchase. For example, last episode, you got to be real lucky to find and buy a jug fridge. But for this one, everyone wanted to buy the COD Zombies perk collection when I shared it on Twitter. People were going nuts. I had to contact the seller themselves saying, yo, people are asking me where you can buy this. I shared it on Twitter and people love it. They want to go. And they go, oh, so you're why I'm doing a lot more work now. I've got some questions and answers that I asked the seller to kind of explain, what his process, his history of zombies and whatnot as well. But before even going into that, let's talk about this for a second. Now, personally, I find this thing actually really cool because if you guys don't have as good ones like as me in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I never get a PERKAHOLIc. I think I got less than 10 PERKAHOLIcs ever in zombies. That's counting PC and PS4. This is probably the best thing I'm ever going to get to a PERKAHOLIc ever. If you can kind of see, and I'll try and do my best to put like close-up shots in the video talking over it. You can see it literally has a bottle cap of every single perk available. Jug, Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Double Tap 1, Double Tap 2, Stamina Up, Meal Kick, Flopper, rest in peace to the homie Flopper, Who's, Tombstone, Electric Cherry, Vulture, Deadshot, and even Widow's Wine. And that's actually pretty interesting. So this is actually made recently because it's including Widow's Wine, which is the newest perk we got in Black Ops 3. Everything else we got in either Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1. So this literally has everything, every single perk available except for Banana Colada. But either way, just for like the perks themselves, it's a really cool touch. Personally, now that I actually brought it up, but not adding Banana Colada and even maybe a bottle cap with the Wonder Fizz Bear perk bottle, I think that would have been a pretty nice touch as well, just for laughs and whatnot. But then again, there probably wouldn't be enough room on here anyway for all the perks to fit. In terms of pricing and where you can buy it, I will have it linked in the description down below as to where you can buy it. It does tend to sell out, but it really usually restocks within the next few days. I remember when I purchased this one, it was the last one in the shop. And then when I shared it on Twitter and about a week or so later of people like asking and they want to know where they can get it, it restocked in about a week, so the seller does work quick. He does his best to put out good quality items. So price wise, again, I sidetracked for a second. Price wise, this comes out before shipping at about $30 to $35, which isn't bad, honestly. What's cool is the shipping was fast. Now I don't know if it was just because the seller and I live in the same state. Like he's literally about maybe an hour from me. I probably could have gone and picked it up and saved some money on shipping just personally, but for me at least, shipping was fast. It said it would take about 5 to 7 days. I think he just already had this pre-made and just sent it out, and I got it in about 2 days. So that's just me. It might vary if you're like out in the UK or out of the country or in a different state or whatever the case may be. But either way, this is really cool. It's going right next to my posters. I think you guys might have seen it yesterday, but I'll again show you right here as well. Probably honestly one of the coolest COD Zombies perks or COD Zombies items I've ever purchased. I do have tons of stuff on the way here, like literally getting shipped to me, but this is honestly, I don't know if it's just because it's one of my first purchased items or just like it has literally it's a real life Perkaholic almost. It's one of my favorites. It'll at least have like a close spot to my heart just because it's so cool. And so yeah, for about 35 bucks, if you guys want to get a bottle cap and even like a frame and even an original Black Ops 1 designed zombie background, kind of like looking over everything, it's a real good deal. Again, I will have everything linked in the description down below. Before actually closing off this video, like I said in the beginning, I did ask the seller a couple of questions just so you guys can get to know him a little bit. What his background was for zombies, what made him want to start making this stuff. So let's go through that right now. I literally bombarded him with questions because I wanted to really get to know him. I mean, I didn't get to do that before, but now I'm starting to, talk to other prop makers and creators just to, get to know them, see what they're about, see what the background is, not only build like a friendship and a relationship, but, just get to know them. So that way when I work with them, when I partner up with them like this, and I get their stuff and I get an item from them, or I purchase an item from them, I'll be able to, vouch for them. Like they're an actual cool people. First question I asked them was, how long have you been a Zombies fan? And what is your favorite perk? Starting simple. I have been a Zombies fan since Black Ops 1, and my favorite perk is PhD Flopper. My fucking guy! Yo, that's my favorite perk. That's an OG. If you guys wish, hope, and pray that Flopper will make a comeback in Black Ops 4, let me know in the comments down below. What made you want to start doing, as I call, bottle cap art? I mean, I wasn't sure if there was an actual name for this kind of stuff, but obviously, it's a display case for bottle caps. He has different versions of them. I think he has like Marvel and comics and stuff like that, but I'm gonna just call it bottle cap art to make it simple. So I asked him what made him want to start doing it. The thing that made me start this art was because I wanted to have a representation of the different perks without having to take up too much space. And that's actually a good point, to be honest. If you look on the website that's in the description, I genuinely thought this would have been a bigger, I thought this was like, even though it's bottle caps, I thought it would have been like custom size or just bigger versions of bottle caps. I thought that the frame was gonna be bigger. I can put it up on my wall just to take up a lot of space. At first, I was really thrown off. I don't know if maybe I just misread the description of the item or whatever the case may be, but even though it's not as big as I anticipated it to be, I still love it. I think I actually prefer it being smaller. I mean, just for a size comparison right here, this is my iPad, and this is the frame. It's almost the same size if you look at it. So iPad and frame, they're literally just like a little bit bigger. So it's literally a perfect size to hold a lot of bottle caps. Next question I asked him was, how long did it take to make a bottle cap collection like this, and what's the process? He goes, I usually make the caps in bulk, like 10 sets at a time. So maybe he just has already preset perk bottles just ready to be framed and whatnot. But earlier this week, I made 5 more and it took about 6 hours. That's not that long, I think. It takes about a day's worth of work, I guess, including printing, labeling, and applying. Looking into it, it does look like, and I'm assuming, I'm gonna send this video to him, but I might be wrong, but just from what I can tell, so it's the bottle caps, obviously. It looks like under the bottle caps, there's like a little brick or a little block of wood, and then it's on the actual frame or the actual background. I'm assuming it's super glued or something like that. But other than that, I'm assuming he'd have to, paint the bottle caps. He'd have to print out the label to perfect size, find high quality label pictures of it as well, and just do it for each perk. And if I'm counting right, 14 perks plus doing all that stuff, maybe a day's worth of work. I don't know how fast it works. I'm sure you can do it quick. So the next question I asked him was, what is the most tedious, the most difficult, the most annoying part to making something like this? His response was, the most tedious part of the project is finding frames that have little to no imperfections. Now that's pretty interesting. I honestly thought that with the money that we use to purchase one of these items, it would go towards buying the equipment, buying the stuff that you need to make it. But it looks like he was just saving, cutting corners whenever he can, and just finding old frames. Looking at this one, this honestly looks like a brand new frame. I don't see any scratches or anything on it. So I honestly just thought, at first he would just, get brand new frames from an art store or something like that. But this one, I see no imperfections, no scratches or nothing. So that's really good. That's actually interesting. And then the last question, which I honestly really wanted to know, will you be making something similar for Black Ops 4? So maybe he might just make a whole new brand new set of frames, maybe add on to this one and just make it bigger. He goes, if Black Ops 4 adds a perk, I may look into adding one more, like how Black Ops 3 was mainly Widow's Wine for the new perk. So that's honestly pretty interesting. Again, thank you to Mark for making one of these stuff, or making all of these things, really. Again, his link for the shop, for the store, will be in the description down below if you guys want to go buy it. Send him a message, tell him I sent you, tell him how awesome his work is. Again, he has, I think it's Marvel, DC, I think, COD Zombies, of course, and a couple extra ones if I'm not mistaken. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, comment down below if you guys are going to cop one of these. Again, if you do, let him know I sent you. Subscribe so that way you guys don't miss a video similar to this one, and I'm out. Peace!